Pull it taut so the fabric in front makes a snug X. Your child will sit here in the X. The fabric should hold your child at the same distance from your body that your arms would. Tie the ends in a secure knot. The burp hold is great for tiny babies like this sweet newborn, and especially nice for babies without set tummies. Settle baby first into the inner cross by tucking the legs into the froggy position babies assume naturally. Support baby's bottom while you pull the wrap over his body, leaving him settled high on your shoulder. When he's settled, pull the second cross over for additional support. Gravity should support baby's head and arms comfortably on your shoulder. For a cradle hold, adjust the carrier so that it will support your baby where your arms would hold her. Fold her legs into the froggy position, then settle her into the wrap at a diagonal, with her head away from you and her bottom closer to your belly, the wrap supporting her head and her airway open. If you'd like, spread the second cross for extra support. From here, you can look at and interact with your baby. As your baby grows, she will want to see the world. A semi-recline hold allows her to look out at the world, but still offers a security of someone loving to nestle into if she feels overwhelmed or overstimulated. Seat her in the inner cross of the X. Keep the inner cross taut enough so that she can relax in an upright position. Pull the outer cross around her for extra support. Pull the rails up high so the baby is secure in the wrap, but leave her room to look out at the world. Later, if your baby is sleepy, you can pull the fabric up to support her while she rests. Babies of all ages can use the heart-to-heart position. Smaller babies can keep their legs in froggy position, tucked into the pocket of the inner cross, but older children will need to stretch out. Put one leg through each side of the X, so baby is straddling each cross of the wrap. Spread each cross completely under baby's bum, from knee to knee, so that she is comfortably seated with her knees at or above hip level as if she were in a hammock swing. You may leave your child's arms out with the wrap fabric at her armpits or tuck them in. Adjust the shoulders to a comfortable point, and you're ready to go. To tie the pocket carry, start by holding the fabric by the top edge with the center of the wrap at your sternum. Continuing to work with the top edge, follow the fabric to the side far enough to leave some slack, swing the fabric behind you, and bring it forward over the opposite shoulders, forming an X at your back and leaving the tails hanging down in front of you. Pull the tails of the wrap upward to tighten the pocket you've formed across your chest. You want this pocket snug enough to support your child at the same place you'd hold him in your arms. Ensure that it is uniformly snug by pulling the top and bottom of the rails separately. Then pull the body of the wrap snug. Now gather up the tails of the wrap and tuck them inside the pocket. Check again to be sure everything is as snug as you'd like it. This may be snugger than you think. Most of the time, you want your child settled so that you can kiss the top of his head. However, with a young baby, especially one who's colicky, you may like the burp hold. To do this, tie the wrap even more snugly and settle your child high on your shoulder. Spread each cross neatly, then bring it from your shoulder to the opposite hip, forming an X beneath the pocket to again support your child where your arms would. Wrap the tails around your waist so that they won't dangle and tie the wrap in a square knot. Many young babies prefer to keep their feet tucked in froggy style. If your baby prefers this, tuck her feet up and settle her into the inner cross of the wrap, ensuring she's safely settled into the fold of the wrap. Spread the outer cross behind him for extra support, then pull the pocket up high on your baby's back. If your baby needs additional head support, you can pull one of the crosses behind his head, keeping his face uncovered. Older children will want to stretch out more, so you will settle them with the crosses between their legs. Poke each leg through either side of the X, and spread first the inner cross and then the outer cross from knee to knee, so your child's knees are at or above hip level and he is seated well in the wrap as if in a hammock. Some children may even like to have their feet tucked into the crosses as they straddle you. Now find the top edge of the pocket and pull it up over your child's body, either to his armpits or all the way to his shoulders, so there are 3 layers of fabric supporting you and your child. You may leave your child's legs tucked into the wrap or let their calves and feet stretch below with the pocket supporting his bottom and thighs. Once your child has head support, you may face her forward in the joey hold by tucking her legs into the froggy position and settling her deep into the inner cross of the wrap, ensuring the fabric comes between you and her. Pull the outer cross around her for additional support, bringing it high on her body, then pull the top edge of the pocket up to keep her snug and secure inside the carrier. For older babies who want to stretch out while looking at the world, the superhero hold is a good choice. Facing your child away from you, put each leg through the X so that the inner and outer crosses of the wrap are between her legs with her straddling them. It is important to tilt your baby's pelvis forward and spread the crosses well from her bum to her knee, supporting her in a seated position so that she's not hanging from the wrap with unnecessary pressure on her pelvis and spine. Once the wrap is well spread, thread her legs through the pocket. Spread each of the crosses of the X across her torso, spreading it from shoulder to collarbone on each side. Then pull the pocket up to her armpits for additional support. The wrap cross carry offers the most adjustability and support for babies of all ages, particularly older children. Hold the center of the wrap at your sternum and follow the top edge to the side, leaving some slack. Continue holding the top edge so you can swing the wrap behind you and over the opposite shoulder without twisting it, creating an X at the back, and snug the wrap against your torso by tugging the rails and body of the wrap until it will support your child as your arms would. It may take some practice at first, but will soon come naturally. The tails of the wrap should hang outside of the pocket at your chest. Settle your child into the wrap at your chest in the hold you choose. Here we are showing heart to heart. And support her while you adjust each tail individually, snugging the wrap up to conform to your bodies firmly but not tightly. Pay special attention to the bottom rail, which needs to be taut so that she can sit behind it in a deep pocket. Younger babies can leave their legs in. Older children should be well seated, straddling your body. Once the wrap is snug and you have positioned it where you want it on your shoulders, cross each tail behind your child, crossing it between her legs. You may tuck it between your belly and your child's leg to hold it in place while you adjust the other side. When the wrap is spread, grasp each tail and snug the wrap by bouncing while pulling the fabric up and away from you, adjusting each rail and also the body of the wrap, then take the wrap around your waist and tie it in a square knot. The kangaroo is best suited for babies under about 15 pounds. Begin with the center of the wrap at your sternum and take the wrap over both shoulders, tucking or folding the tails under at the shoulders to form a pocket. Leave just enough room in the front of the wrap for your baby to sit. Reach behind you and take the tails of the wrap from each shoulder to the opposite hip, forming an X at your back. As you snug the rails and body of the wrap, use your hand to check the depth and position of the pocket at your sternum to ensure it will support your baby. This may take a bit of practice, but before long, it will come naturally. When you are happy with it, take the wrap around your waist and tie it in a square knot. Settle your baby into the pocket of the wrap in the hold you choose. Here, the cradle hold, by froggying your baby's legs and settling her into the wrap at a diagonal, allowing the wrap to support the base of her head, keeping her airway open. Alternatively, you may like the Joey hold. Again, froggy her legs, but this time let her head rest against your body and pull the top rail of the wrap up for additional support. Adjust the shoulders until you are comfortable. Don't be afraid to tug on them a bit. Begin by folding your carrier in half lengthwise so that the ends of the wrap are together and it is creased neatly in the center. For the rebozo carry, you will use the wrap as one double-layered cloth. Drape the wrap over one shoulder with the tails hanging behind you in the center of the wrap at about your hip. Reach behind you and grab the tails together. Take them under your arms so that you can knot the wrap around you like a sash. Gather the cloth in your hand so it is pulled taut against your back, leaving enough space in the front of the carrier to hold your baby where your arms would hold her. Tie the carrier in a strong square knot. Take care to check your knot by trying to pull the fabric open after you have finished tying. Once the knot is secure, slide the knot to the small of your back, where it will lie comfortably against you while you carry your child. Hold your baby on your empty shoulder, and with your other hand, reach up into the carrier for her. Settle her into the hold you choose. Here, we are using a heart-to-heart hold, and we are leaving this tiny babe's feet inside the wrap. Create a seat or pocket for your child by folding the shoulder underneath itself, as we do here. For an older child, you can refer to the wrap cross-carry segment for information about leaving her feet out when you carry her heart-to-heart. Adjust the shoulder if you like, and you're ready to go. For the hip cross carry, fold your wrap in half widthwise and center it on your shoulder, leaving the open edge inside toward your neck. Reach behind you, and keeping the fabric well spread, bring the wrap forward to the opposite hip. Cross the fabric at your hip, leaving space to hold your child where your arms would hold him. This may take practice, but before long it will come naturally. Tie the wrap in a half knot to hold it in place and adjust the wrap so that it sits where you want it on your shoulder, and open it up to prepare for holding your child. You may use only the front cross to support a small infant in a cradle, semi-recline, or joey hold, but you should wait to do a hip carry until your child can sit on his own. Hold your child high on your empty shoulder facing you, slipping his forward leg through the front cross and his other leg through the back cross, so that he is straddling both crosses of the wrap. Grasping the rails of the carrier, spread first the inner cross and then the outer from one knee to the other, seating him deep in the pocket as in a hammock swing. His knees should be higher than his bottom, and his legs should wrap around you. Spread the wrap high on his back for support and adjust your shoulder placement. Continue supporting your child while you undo the simple knot and wrap the carrier around your torso, taking it behind your child and tying it in a knot near his shoulder blades. You may need to adjust your shoulder once more, and then you're ready to go. For the hip pouch carry, fold the wrap in half, first widthwise and then lengthwise, holding the center of the wrap in your hand. Put the wrap over your shoulder so the center is at corsage height and the open edge of the wrap is facing in towards your shoulder. When you pull the wrap forward under the opposite arm, there are two tails, one inside against your body and one outside, away from your body. Tuck the outside tail into your pocket or waistband to hold it in place. Then loop the inside tail through the loop at your shoulder as shown, leaving the tail hanging down. Pull the tail through the loop to create a pocket at your hip for your child. With your child facing you, thread her legs through the pouch and open them so that she is straddling you. Or with a small baby, you may leave them froggy style inside the pouch. Support her weight while you spread the wrap from her knees to her shoulders, then pull the threaded tail as shown. First the rails, then the body, then the whole tail, so the wrap hugs your child firmly. Keep the wrap on the ball of your shoulder for greatest comfort. When your child is secure, grasp the hanging tail in one hand, then take the other tail out of your pocket and knot the wrap under your child's bottom as shown, and wrap any excess fabric around you again and tie or tuck up. Begin with the wrap centered at your child's shoulder blades and take the wrap forward under her arms so that it forms a band around her chest. Gather the wrap very snugly around her, walking the top 4 to 6 inches of the rails with your hand until you are holding the wrap around her securely, like a strap. When you are certain you have a secure grip, hold the wrap in one hand so the tails hang together, and hold your baby's thighs in the other hand, and lift her so that she is